Hello, 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 and good morning, and welcome to my mess. I hope you guys are all having a great day. This is Jolene with the Jewel Design, and it is the 1st of November. It is Dia de los Muertos, the day after Halloween, all kinds of good stuff. But I figured we'd do this a little late morning, and you guys get some getting into the final push of Christmas, right? Like, we need to start going, we need to start working, so we can sell all these beautiful things off for all those who want to enjoy Christmas. So here today on my own with the flip-flop journal that me and Lorette over at Vintage Paper Girl have been working on. I know she's been finally got on the rhythm of things on Friday and Monday, working on her flip-flop for the Shabby, vintage Shabby Victorian Christmas, my pink Christmas, or pink winter, I shouldn't say Christmas, pink winter flip-flop. This is my vintage Christmas. Greetings that came out this year, so I'm working on my end. So I figured I had so much to work on. I am finally feeling a little better, and I figured I need to work on this, so I might as well turn on the camera. And as you can see, I have books and cards and envelopes and sections to work on. Oh my gosh. I've been going at it. The first little signature is sewn in and finished. All stoked about that. Worked on a little bit, I think, with you guys inside on the first flip with you guys. I did get, a Heidi clip done for front and back. We're going to work on the journal card that goes into that pocket up here today. We have a pocket here that's now glued down, and that's where this little book's going to go. And then I just went ahead and took one of my pages, because I didn't know what to put in this big thing, and distressed it because it was printed and left it white on the inside to write on. So a great writing space. Always want to make sure you have plenty of that. So I didn't know what else to do with it. So yeah, I don't remember what I got onto last with you guys. But we were able to go ahead and I was able to finish the first flip. First signature of 4. And so I have, a journal card in here ready to go. They are backed with a really pale cream, which is really hard to tell. This one I bordered, because my cards are really odd. I did take the strips I cut off and rebordered it, rebacked it, so it's nice, layered, and fun to write on, and these are in that middle signature pocket. So yeah, I just, we finished this off, added paper and a tab so you could write on this end, open it up right on that end. Let's see, we got those little cards in there, which I was able to finish. I think we were talking about it, and I was able to decorate that side and roll this one so you could roll it up and, right on both ends. I was trying to figure out which end to show because you can see through. So I guess I just sort of left it where you can see the little one. We'll debate on that. That'll go back and forth probably. But go ahead and finish this on off camera. I don't think I got to show that when we worked on it last with Lorette, my mom. And you got to see that. Got this all done. I did go ahead and just put in a large vellum card. Not really writable, but it does cover the space and give you something pretty where you could take out and put anywhere you wanted. The little tag goes in there to write in. More writing, right? So, yeah, this was what I just sort of fine-tuned and make sure everything was covered, easy to write on. Went ahead and did this, added a circle for a tab. And then I don't know, I still have to sort of debate on what I put in here. And I'm going to put anything else. There's so many bits and pieces that you have, and I'm so afraid to use it. I'm so afraid every time I use something, I'm going to find a better place for it later, and that is my biggest, hemming and hawing. It's so hard just to go do it. So I have it clipped here so I don't really lose it, but it is done. So I'm going to put it aside because my stack is just huge. Hold on. So sorry. That's the best I can do right now. Wow. Okay, so that goes in here, which is great. And we're going to work on one little piece that goes in here. The card that goes in here today. And then, this is all falling out. I still have to put the belly band on the back. I'm trying to keep that in there so I don't lose it. And then we have the whole back one I still have to work on. Oh my gosh. So we're going to work on this one today. And some pieces that go in it. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the mess, the chaos that is mine. There's so much going on right here. And of course my workspace is in a weird spot when I'm on the camera. It's way over here, and yet, I have all kinds of other things going on. But look, I have all these things. I went and printed more stuff, more pages, more scraps. I think we're going to work on another set of, I think we're going to work on the next project soon over at Lorette's channel that would go with this. So I'm trying to get stuff done for you guys. I'm filming on Monday for, of course, Tuesday. And then I'm going to try to work on Tuesday and try to get enough of this done where I feel like I have enough scraps to work on the next project. Yeah, it's just everywhere. So I'm going to move this over a little bit, see if we're back in stock. Hopefully all of that was not completely off camera. Haha. Wouldn't that be fun? So I have this cute coin pouch purse pocket, and I'm hoping to find a creative way to use it. Because I just don't want to, I mean, I could and just stick it into a spot. But with this being a flip-flop, I want to find a way to flip this out. So we'll see. So first off, this should be the easiest. So I took that little cover, that I was going to try to put on the front cover. If you've been watching over on Lorette's channel, which I do have all those things shared in my in my Journal with Me playlist, so that if you want to watch it on my channel only, they are there. You can tell they're different because they don't have my preview colored square in the corner. So you can totally tell that they are hers. And they're in between a couple of my things. But anyway, I went ahead and took some Christmas Carol pages, shrunk them down, printed them on base paper, but I had to find a distress page that I had so I could make these fit. Vintage Studio 717 has these guys with a color background or without, but they were the wrong size for what I needed. So I used her white versions, did a multiple layered effect, and put it on some scrap paper, some distress paper that I had, and paginated them and cut them up. And of course I was silly and I printed them like 3 across. See, they're on white. 3 across, and I was like, that's sort of an odd way to do it. Like, you have your 2 pages. I was having a hard I had so much trouble with this thing. But I have these guys that we're going to flip out too. So I have flip out pages to work on. But anyway, finally got them back to back, working pretty well. And it's cute right after the signature piece in the middle. Then the last set actually flips outward. Isn't that cute? So we have a little fun. I could do it this way. I could do it this way, where maybe you just flip out this one, and then you flip out this one. So either way, flip it open or flip it out. It's super cute. So this little guy is going to go in a pocket. So I want to put just maybe him on the front cover because it needs a little something. He seems so blah without it. And then, sorry, I don't want to move this because I have an effect I want to show you. But then I also have this front cover. So I took one of my tags and, sorry, I'm trying to do this. We'll see if I can get by with this or not. I took one of my tags, my tall ones, that we used for the front pouch. This was my 3 tags deep that we put onto the envelope, right? And this middle one, which right now is still not done, isn't really seen much. So I really don't have the graphic too much anywhere. And it's going to be behind this signature. It's the last signature I have to do. I do have a little one that we're going to put a flip on, I think. So that one's going to be fun. I don't know if we'll get to that or not. So I wanted to see that tag. I didn't have that tag really emphasized. So I dropped down the graphic, put it in the square, cut off the top of the tag, and so it would fit in that pocket because I need something in there. So I did some puffy paint, and I put some ribbon on here with Fabric Fusion, which is sort of mixing this very deep. We want to put this cute little cut out here on here, and then we're going to make a little tag here on the top, and hopefully it's all really, really flat. Because I was watching my mom do those really pretty Martha Stewart like trim punches, and I don't have any. And I thought, well, I have some hole punches. I thought maybe I could make my own cute little something. So you see I have cherubs and I have reindeer, which all it created for me was punch outs because I can't do it. They're not flipped around to where they'd be upright. So all my guys would be like upside down. So it's a cool guy, but it's really just for hole punching. It really is. It's an old, it's not even a, what is it? My grandmother had it, I think. So anyway, she would, so I mean, I have hole punches to add little things to stuff, but yeah, I was sort of hoping to try to make my own edgy something, and yeah, no, it didn't work. So we're gonna get that glued on today. I'm so stoked. I did get my Sugar Bell bottles, and a new bottle of the fabric tack, because my old one was just shot. So it's only 4 ounces and an 8 ounce, but I wanted to get started just to see how it worked. And then I'll buy more, because I had that huge 8 ounce, and I wasted half of it on one, whoops, that's interesting. I had made the mistake of leaving it on its side one day and thinking it would help me keep it from like getting all gooey, and all it did was spew out everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. It's all crazy. And I just realized I probably should have something behind this. You never put anything flat. What am I thinking? I know I have lace that I tea dyed, but I need it for the binding edges. So I need to find more lace. I know there's lace on here already, which is sort of funny, but here, let me cut a strand. How are you guys all doing? Ah! So yeah, we're, of course, I'm all decked out for Halloween, because it is for me Halloween that I'm recording all this. Sorry guys, hold on. And I just realized that oh my goodness, my bat ears, my little bat wings are getting in the way. Oh, you know what? Oh, I have something hanging. I probably shouldn't cut at it, but I'm going to, because I can't help it. Oh, I have these pretty strips. I got this pretty thing, and I'm like, I wonder if, I'm going to be guessing at this, aren't I? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, I'm just putting it down. Ugh, forget it. Yeah, no, but maybe I'll use that later. I got this gorgeous, gorgeous, tea-dyed, dangle thing, and I'm like, But yeah, all my whites are, all my stuff's in. So how you all doing? But yeah, I'm decked out. I have my bat ears, and I have my rings, and color some nails for about another week, which I so need to shrink them down. Oh, they hurt. Isn't that cute? I had to put something in that front pouch pocket. And this one I just went to my pocket, layered it with some of that green mesh, which I did go find the more vintage, like sage color. I found, looks like holly, red on the white holly, so we're going to use that. And then I found a pretty reddish cranberry, which goes with my Cozy Winter kit. And so I'm sort of stoked about that. I love this snowflake stuff, the snow splattered stuff. Oh, I love it. Anyway, so we have our own little Christmas carol book in here, so I'm all stoked about that. Let's get this going. Anyway, how's your Halloween? How did it go? Do you celebrate it? Do you have little munchkins that, I don't know, keep you in the spirits? Grandkids, furry kids, kids. Did we do anything? Do you just decorate and hand out candy? Or you just close those doors and go, yep, I'm all good. Which is fine too. We all do what we have to do. This year, went ahead and handed out, whoops, God. Handed out Oreos and chips. Because I had an abundance of chips, and I had Oreos were, 2-pack Oreos from Costco was inexpensive, and I knew they wouldn't be super stale. Because, God, guys, candy comes out super early here in our Safeway, and it's ridiculous. Alright, now here's the fun part. I wanted this sort of an angle. I already glued down the little guy, because I didn't want to lose him. My little punch. And I just distressed it and put ink over it, and I'm trying to decide, do I sort of match the angle that I had in the thing? That seems really low. I want it up a little. I wanted it up a little higher just to bring stuff up, but I have to really make sure I get this glued down though, because if I don't, it's going to get caught in that pocket in the front every time I turn around. This is where I'm really relying on. Let's see. We're going to use my stickies, not my fingers. But anyway, it was good. Cold here. We barely, by the time we went out to do trick-or-treating, it was, I shouldn't say it was. I'm acting like it's the next day, but it's going to be 59 degrees maybe out, 55 degrees out when we go trick-or-treating tonight. And the girls are wearing like these somewhat thin jumpsuits. They're one-piece jumpsuits for their characters. I don't know. One of them has some biker shorts that she might be able to put underneath to get a little bit more warmth, like up a little higher and down a little lower, but not much. The other one I don't think has anything. I'm like, oh my god. So I don't see them lasting very long outside. I didn't see them going very long. We did this a couple years ago when they were Elsa and Cinderella, and of course the thinnest costumes they could possibly have. Nothing, worth holding on to. It was raining and wet, and my oldest was like, yeah, I'm done, let's go. But they were, 4 and 7, 4 and 8, something like that. The little one was pretty little as Cinderella, 3 or 4 years old. Of course, it had to be one of the wettest, coldest winters we've had so far. But like the next year was like 75 degrees out that night. But this one's going to be cold. So I don't see us being out. We're going to see Grandma and Grandpa, and we're going to come back and hit up, the immediate neighbors. And our, we have a street behind us and cul-de-sac down to the side of us. And so I think we have our basics we're going to hit. And that might be it. We don't need a whole lot of candy. I mean, they're getting older and older where it's like, you don't need as much. And who knows what we're going to get this year. Like, who knows what people are going to get out. I know a lot of people were pretty good last year since it was sort of the first one back, taking our chances. But we'll see. We'll see how they go today. Because it's not good. It's only going to be like 67 today, so they're still sort of cold. Alright, I'm hoping this is all going to hold and it's not going to catch. But I really worry. Without Mod Podging it, I really, without Mod Podging it, but then I don't think you can right across the top. A little worried about him, if he's going to hold or not. We'll see, huh? Carefully. I don't think most people are going to remember it's here. But I already have a tab in a way, and I do have a pocket, like a little hole, pocket hole. You put it in. You have to open it up a little bit, which you can do, so, well, we'll see. Yeah, if you squeeze it a little bit, you can get it in and out. So, too bad to put a squeeze for Christmas. So, but let's leave it out and do it. But that's where it's going to go. Got a little name tag on it, which is cute because it's part of the cover. Cover still has to be decorated. That's going to be the big thing, is trying to get that cover decorated here soon. So I can get it out to you guys. But we have this to start. And I love that we have the little red stuff here. A little red and green up here. And then, you know, and then we're going to, I'm going to put, I think, the green. I have some green stuff to put up here. And we're going to have to put some green up here and some lace. And we got to do something. I have this whole corner I feel like it needs to be done. I do have a plaque or two and a medal that says Merry Christmas on it. So I think we're going to sort of metal that up. So we'll see. Oh, I cut all my stuff out. I have more cards, places to do. Okay, so what I did here was I took a number of my cards and elements that I had and used for you guys and sort of changed the sizes and put them on my white creamy vellum. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop them down in places where I feel the writing is a little much or doesn't really have a purpose, and sort of disguise it a little bit because it's just writing, right? We can't write on it. So instead of just putting, you know, washi on every little thing, we're going to do that. So as you can see, I do have some stuff in place. I was able to put a paper clip here to help keep this in place, because when you move it over, it actually opens up. You see this, and there's a little tuck right here. Isn't that cute? You could probably tuck it into, no, I did sort of glue it. So I did a little vellum pocket here. You have this down, but to keep it in place, I did this. But I had so much problems with this, I went to go sideways with it. Like, I was meant to put the clip in, I meant to put this in sideways so that I could do this, like I could do this and keep it all in place. And I totally, I don't know, I was on the phone talking to a friend while doing this, and so I ended up goofing it up completely, and I don't know. It's cute. It still works. So this is the one we want to get crafty with, and this needs to actually go there. There we go. This has pockets on the outside to fill. This I want to do something different with. This one I glued down so we can put something in here. This one needs to be decorated. I saw Lorette do her pretty lace and fussy cut here, so I think I'm going to try to see if I have something to do that with. I see if I have any more fabric. Something, right? So we have some things. Here I thought we would distress and I'm going to put that in the middle maybe, or sort of layer it. I figured like 3-tier, try to do a 3-tier like little pocket here. Not a pocket, but tab, so you can open it up and then it's all writing. So we'll get crafty with those maybe. I got it, that's that piece of lace I just cut, huh? I always love when you see something and you're like, maybe that'll work. Let's see. Sort of layered down into that, huh? With a little bit of lace. I just don't want to give it a tab without, like, do that. And then maybe another layer on top of it. So it makes something pretty there. So it's not just sitting there. What am I looking for? Ah, distressed. I'm like, where's all my distressed stuff? Yeah, it's been crazy. I've been staring at this all week, wanting to get out here. Yes, my nose is a little nasally, so sorry. But if I didn't get out here soon, like, one, I can't get into any of my Happy Planner stuff because my table is full. So I got to take everything inside a Happy Plan, and that's not always my favorite thing to do. Because then I don't feel like I utilize everything I have. Like I'm only using some things. I didn't bring it in. I'm not grabbing it. Because all the stuff over to my right over here is a cart full of Happy Planner. And it's all my stickers, it's my washies, which is great when I'm working on this stuff and all of a sudden, like, I need something, like washi based. It's great because it's all right there. But let's change directions. Something like that. We could put that there, right, to connect the three. And I need hundreds. What am I thinking? Maybe? I think I do need something fussy-ish. This is really big. I can't wait to use it. I took it off some bells. I feel like it's going to have it up like a topper spot. I just got to figure out what that topper spot's going to be. Now, we can go lighter and more vintage and a little smaller. Go really light. I feel like it blends right into the page though. This one definitely sticks out. Like you can see that green. Not a problem. But this one's a little longer like we were doing with the lace. So I hope you guys are all doing well and staying healthy. The head cold hit us. I don't know if my youngest brought home a head cold and was trying to get over it, but then she started teething. I know, it's so funny. She's 11 years old, teething. But her 12-year-old molars are coming in, and she's finally losing her pointer teeth on top. And those always, like, her upper teeth always upset her sinuses. They always have. I think they always will. Poor thing. And so I don't know if it started as a head cold and then relaxed, but then the teeth came in. It's starting to come down a little bit now that she's lost one of those top teeth. Probably popped it out and new one coming in. It was very vintage, which is sort of pretty with that cross from that. So, okay. So I don't know, but it was enough to bring me a head cold home, and then by the weekend, by Friday, my oldest had a fever. Only for like 24 hours. And she was doing pretty good. I noticed this morning she was a little coffee, but she also decided to drink a bunch of sugar, or have a bunch of sugar last night, so what do you expect? So, I don't know. Okay, but what I want to do is sort of clump this together before I lose the look, but not perfect. And then I'm going to take it all off because I do want to distress a little bit of the green paper, even though I know it's not perfect. This is where I try to somewhat glue as I go. This is my hardest part. I get exactly what I want, and then I pick it up to glue it, and I lose the look every single time. The cluster, whatever I'm working on, goes away. And it drives me insane. I'm like, gosh darn it. I go to put it back together and it's not quite what I had in mind. I'm taking chances that I'm not losing any of my fabric tack right now. So let's see how this goes. Because it is lace, but it is lace with paper on top. So I'm hoping that is going to help us a little bit. So I'll get more glue in here, but I just wanted to get the general gist. Ooh, pretty. Make sure I'm still on camera. Okay, gosh lord. I have a tendency of working really far forward. So yeah, these are going to be cool. I mean, hard part is don't know if I have anything laid out. Of course, all these are separated out and they're in my images, but maybe I'll put it up on my group. I'll take this. I don't know if I kept it. I have to look to see if I saved it. If I saved that, I will put it up as is in my Crafters of Jewel Design as a freebie. And if you come join, and you can get that page and you can do the same thing. You can print those up on any vellum or see-through or linen or whatever just to make another layer and a different texture to your work. How's that? So, I will know if you can, I will definitely go put that on the Crafters of a Jewel Design Tuesday, and you guys can have that as a November 1st holiday freebie. How's that? Because it's not like it's these, I made these cards a lot smaller. These two are images from Graphic Fairy, which, we all can get access to, but sometimes. But, I've done in different sizes, and, you guys don't have to sit here and fuss with the sizes or anything if you don't mind that size. So, if it works for you. And I think I'm only going to distress the outer edge, just because of the coloring we're using. And then when you open it, this is all whiting space. So, trying not to overcut, it's plain, but it's plain for a reason. Nice, good pen, and we got it. Now, what I do realize is that these are white on the back. And we may not want to see all that white. So we're going to distress it. We're going to give it some color, get some rid of that white. What we don't see is fine because it will be glued down. And if I absolutely had to and it's driving me insane, we can cover it somehow, but I guess I could have backed it circle to circle too, huh? That one's stuck. That one needs more. And let me check all my little bits and pieces. Now that we got it in place, I can sort of go back, and I always think I have glue going down. Come to find out I don't. It's so funny. But yeah, I've been dying to work on this and trying to get it done, and sort of wanted it done by now, but life, right? Life happens. So let's do this whole bottom section and hope enough. We're just gonna sort of go to that edge, huh? Oh, sorry, quiet there for a second. I didn't know what else to say. But yeah, so yeah, I decided to put this on, Tuesday morning. It is Dia de los Muertos, which most American holiday, you don't, we do Halloween and we forget about the Day of the Dead. And unless it's part of your heritage and it's part of your nationality or, traditions, I guess. And we've had, we acknowledge it in general, like we're aware of it. But this year, of course, is a little different. Though we've lost many family members over the years, it's nothing new. Losing hubby has put a slightly different twist on it. And we watched Coco the other day, last weekend, like a whole week ago. And I was like, I said, do you girls mind if I, sort of put a shrine up? Put his favorite drinks, put some photos of him. I have one his Caterpillar NASA car, his hat, things like that. Pictures, his favorite drink, but he was a cookie man. Oh my goodness. He liked his cookies, and he loved Oreos. Oreos were besides shortbread, holiday cookie, a shortbread, he loved Oreos. Oreos were one of his other just like fiendish things. And I went ahead and put washi right here, a nice really light one, because this is a Edith Holden, and it's not as solid as I was hoping. It is definitely splitting. So, I put the washi on the inside to sort of help. So when I do sew it also, that maybe it won't tear too badly. So we did the twist on this end, which I love that. That actually came out so cute. Oh my gosh. And it's, distressed enough there. I do feel like a little washi something needs to be here, doesn't it? I wonder if I do it just right and sort of just trim it to match. And I'm wondering, I feel like it does need something. Like it can't just be sitting there plain. Sort of bugging me. Let's see. Sort of trace it out and see if I can. It won't be perfect, but something to sort of work it together. That one's already distressed. But yeah, so I asked the girls if they would it bug them or not, and they thought it was sort of a cool idea, and which was good because I was like, I don't want to make it worse, but I also don't, I don't know, just hoping to feel a little something, Everybody keeps telling me he's here and he's present or he's watching over us, and it's like, yeah, I know you guys say that, but I know we all want to believe that, but it's hard to. A little off that way, huh? But anyway, yeah, so thought it'd be sort of not fun, because it is, but I don't know, just a little something to in memory of him. And Day of the Dead is also our house anniversary, as we call it. We got the keys November 1st to this house that we live in. He actually signed the paperwork on the eve of our 10th anniversary. Wedding anniversary, and it closed. Of course, I was really hoping it was going to close on the 31st. This is not working. Apparently, it's got issues. Why does not surprise me? And I was really hoping for Halloween. I was going to bring the kids over here, a new neighborhood, and what the heck? New neighborhood, and didn't care. We'd bring a pumpkin over, and we'd grab the candy, and we would just, why not, it wouldn't be great. We'd flip the light on and make do with it. I was so excited. I so wanted to be here Halloween. Yeah, no. Did not hear from him. Did not hear from him. Tried so hard. I'm like, can we get the keys? Can we get the keys? Yeah, no. So the afternoon of the 31st, or the 30th, or first, about 3:30, the realtor calls me and goes, I have keys for you. I'm like, you couldn't call me yesterday. It's like, fine. Let me get a hold of my husband. Let's see when he can get home, you know. So excited. And so we got the house on the 1st, and I'm like, well, all right, we'll make the most of it. And we sat on the floor, and we ordered Chinese, and got a blanket, and welcomed in the house, right? What can you do? That's all you can do, right? So at the 1-year anniversary, we sat on the couch with the kids, because at that point the littlest is now a little over 2 years old, so sitting in front of the table, sitting in front of the TV, you know, having dinner was a big deal. And we had Chinese food, and we started the Nightmare Before Christmas tradition, and so here we are today, or for you guys the 1st today. It is our 10th anniversary in the house. You know, we would have been married for 20 and in the house for 10. It's, you know, Day of the Dead, and it's just a big day today. One girl's off. The elementary schools and junior highs take the day off. They realize kids do not come back to school well. Attendance is a little off, so. So, what do we want to do? I figured these guys were the ones where I either put it on the front side or the back side. Just depends. I think this time we're going to do it this way. We're going to put things here. Now, this one is almost writable. So, the problem is being on vellum, you can't really write on it. But you could square it off like a frame, and you could always, I like that idea a little bit, then layer it. Like, you could put something else on it. Let's give that a shot. But, you know, this one, they're all just a little bit because they're not perfect. They are not exact. You know, they don't see totally through. So you still know there's writing, but you're not, like, super blatantly covering up the whole page. You're doing it with a little bit of transparency. But anyway, it gives you more cards. It gives you something else to play with. Put it on a different type of paper. So now sometimes it's hard when these are all spread out and in different sizes, like what to do with it. Alright, so you can tell which side's the correct side because there is writing on most of these. So you know which side is the side, like, I don't know if vellum has a good or bad side, but you can tell which word, on this case, because the Dickens right here, you can tell whether or not you've got the ink on the top or the bottom. And I'm going to just rest it a little bit, just to help it pop out. So it's a big day. Halloween's, first Halloween. I don't know. I think we're doing okay. It's sort of hard. I mean, as long as we don't really make it well known. Halloween was sort of weird. As much as his birthday was in November and our anniversary was in October and all the stuff that goes on during fall, he really wasn't that involved in the fall stuff. It's sort of weird. Who knew, right? He wasn't as, like, me and the girls decorated for fall. And at least the past couple of years, maybe just because of his hip and surgeries and everything else, maybe it just wasn't possible. He might have beforehand. I really don't know. He always helped with the pumpkins, though. Not my forte. Not my favorite thing. I guess I'm going to try to use Fabri-Tac for this a little bit. Because I'm afraid it's going to show through with the glitter glue. So let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, and this is so easy. And I'm going to maybe just do the 3 corners. Maybe I'll just do the 4 corners. Hopefully my ears don't keep showing up in the paper. I just realized that. If you see little black glittery bats, so sorry. Those would be my... I guess I'll just do a little bit. Oh, this is so much easier. Oh my gosh. A fresh bottle of material. And then, of course, just something that hasn't been super soft. Oh my gosh. So much better. Alright. He'd always be the pumpkin, though. I mean, he would carve. He would help them carve. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did a number of them sometime over the years, but he was big on the carving. Not so much the decorating. He'd like to go out with us trick-or-treating. Some years, he's like, nope, I'll stay home and man the whatever. You go walk with the girls. Last year, we had to do that. He wasn't up to walking last year. I think he had just had chemo, too. And so, he couldn't go out. So that's sort of cool. I mean, got a shine of a little bit of decor. It sort of points something out, and then I may decide to go back and decorate a little bit. I don't know. That's a thought. Just gives you a new sense of layering, I guess. I mean, then you could do something where, you know, that's still too big on the top to make it obvious, right? Do something light and airy for layers. Not a bad idea. Ooh, I have these guys. What did I do with them? Not this one, but that one's pretty too. I have these other cards. Man, I printed so many different random things. Oh my gosh. Because I knew I didn't have enough. I really didn't. But I did those, but I cut those out differently. Where's the other ones? Yeah, I have all kinds. Oh, these guys. So I cut them out outside of it as another layer, which we could do that too. So we'll see. I know I'm going to go back to some. I have ideas, but it doesn't mean I'm going to do it all right this second. Because I said I'm so afraid to commit. I'm terrible. Terrible. I don't like committing. These are all over the place. I cannot wait till we get to sew these things in. Because you don't want them all perfect. You do want them all middle of each other. So they're up and down. Now some you have to do a little higher and lower because you want to make sure you at least get 2 signatures in it. Like 2 sewn pieces. You don't want it smack in the middle where there's only one. I think it would rip easier. So we don't want to do that. But this one I think I want to, like, I'll make this one a little higher. I'll make the Edith Holding a little lower. And this one, I think I can go almost middle no matter what I do. I think I go middle and it doesn't catch. Yeah, I have to keep an eye on that one. Maybe a little higher, a little lower. Yeah, it's nice to have the pockets in different spots too, so they're not all. But I feel like, whoops, no, let's go down. I'm like, eek. Yeah, it's fun. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But yeah, it's hard because your natural instinct is to drop it to the bottom. Wow, that really sticks out too. Well, that's good. It gives you momentum. I don't have things cut inside the cover. Because the cover is exactly 8.5 by 11, whatever naturally trimmed, and then the corners. So it's only down to 8 inches and, you know, 10 3/4 or something like that. So we've got the cover, we got the flip to write in. I got the flip on the back side. I want to give you guys plenty of writing space. Now this one, you have that. I haven't done anything to that one, which I think we're going to do next. This. Okay, here, let's do something a little more project-y here. So just covering vellum. And this one. This is going in the end of the other side of that green paper where we can still write on it, but we have this sort of pretty flip tab. Oops, it's upside down. I think. I guess I can go either way. I don't know which way I want to do that. I think I started out with a smaller and ended up with a longer tab, which I probably should trim at an angle. Always be careful. So that's what I think I'm going to do there. It's going to be on the outside, so it sticks out even more. Even something else to stick out. So let's do that real quick. But let me cut the bottom. I definitely want that sort of ribbon feel on the bottom, even though it's fabric. There we go. Ta-da! Just fold it in half and cut it, and you get the same angle. Not that it's perfect because nothing is perfect on my end. Whoop! I do have one of those little rubbery tops on it just to be on the safe side right now. I had another one. I don't even know where it went. With those newer rubbers that we had bought, and I can't stand them. Oh, those other rubbers are so bad. So I'm going to pretty much glue this really good down. Hey, come on. I do not want it coming up. So I got my fall journal done. It's up for sale. I was sort of hoping it'd find a new home by now for November. But I will still ship it out. If someone wants it, we'll get it out to you. And, I'll try to get it out to you right away. And, you'd have it by the end of the week. I don't really plan on doing any really major sales yet. I'm trying to decide what's in my shop. I know I'm going to do a Black Friday sale, but I just don't know on what. I hate to put, the Christmas stuff on sale at the last minute, because you still need to do stuff. So, I don't know. I haven't decided, ladies and gentlemen. I might do a digital sale here real soon. Sort of early November sale, and to help you get ready and prepped for Christmas, so that you can get those last minute projects done and out into your shop or to your friends and family. But I think any journals, I'm just going to do I think they're going to be a Black Friday thing, if I do it all. I don't know, for presents and gifts, because a lot of what I have is one's pink, one's spring. One is a little bit more Valentine, but if you like the red, or red and vintage, I have one of those left. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I do like to clean out some of my stuff soon. And that'd be good to have a clean slate for the new year. Okay, that keeps going straight up. Alright, so that's done. Why not, right? Oh, so much easier. You know, I was doing everything on one side, which I have a tendency, I noticed on my last journal too. Everything was done on the right. Nothing was done on the left. And, I mean, right on this side and right on this side, which I guess is fine. But I didn't do anything over here or opposite, which I'm about to do one, I think. So I think what we'll do, even though I did do that one there, I feel like that one can hold since we did the other side, but this one could use some details, some decor or something, right? I'm going to do that. I could put another pocket on that one. Because I don't have a pocket on this side. And I have one for this side. Does it fit, though? It does. And I could put cute stuff in it. That would help take up the page a little bit. It isn't easy holding, though, so I don't know. I feel like the corner just needs to be decorated. I don't know if I want to do, like... Oh, I gotta keep a top on that. Whew, fresh bottle of fabric tack. Whew, hold on, guys. That is an odd kick. Almost like I need to washi it and then put something on it. And for me, washi is paper. I got the ribbon or paper for everything. Ooh. What I haven't done yet on anything, if I can find it, or very little, it's definitely a little heavier in the green. Oh, see, that was the other option. Okay, so we have this. If I wanted really something different with extension, right? And it's bright. Can't do anything about it. This is very green in this sense. But we could always cover the page a little bit with this stuff. And let's see. It is white. I have to cut it. But what if we glued that down and put that over the top? Then it's a little bit of texture. I don't have to put any cutouts on it. It'll just be a little something pretty. Ooh, let's try that. Let's attempt that. I have the fabric tack working, but I feel like I might have to turn that fan on. It makes a little noisy in here, though, so I gotta be careful. Eek! Alright, what time is it? I didn't even think. I was just excited to get on here. 41 minutes already. Oh, see, I never get anywhere with you guys. I never get enough done. You're seeing little things, I guess. Okay, what side is that? That's the side. That's the other thing I make sure. And this is cut in 2 different sizes, so this one's a little shorter on one side and a little longer on the other because there was a huge rip when I tried to get out of the page. I got the paper out of, and this is not an Edith Holden, what am I saying? This is, though, an older, it is an older book, though. It is a, like, botanical book, which had some great green and red flowers that I thought would be perfect. So, let's cut this across. So much glitter. Oh, my gosh. Oh, you have to comment how you're doing, how you're going. Rhoda, is that how you pronounce your name? You've been great catching up and watching my shows. Congrats on your 500 subscribers. I know how hard that is, and that's a huge feat. So great job on that, and thank you for watching and commenting on all my videos lately. I really do appreciate the support, and I know she's going to start working on some of my kits on her channel. I will try to find her and tag her on my thing. So you can see sort of like a design team type of ordeal besides Lorette. On, you know, other people's views and takes on my stuff. She's been, you know, around, I think it's like 666 or around 66, something like that. I had to look. We so blank out. It's so bad. We see people, we see their faces, but we don't really pay attention completely to their taglines or, you know, their usernames, and we see it and we just get used to it. But man, if we have to recall it, forget it. It's terrible. Anyway, she's been a great little support lately, and I'm so happy for her and her new numbers, because I know how hard that is. And so she said she was going to start working on some of my kits on her channel. So there's another resource to go see what's going on, since I don't get to work on my stuff daily. I mean, this is the first time. I mean, you saw my fall one a little bit, and you're seeing this one. But, you know, outside of that, hold on, let me cover this. This is really potent today. I don't know why. Of course, I'm making a mess of it. Let's not gunk it up before we ever get started here. Okay, so I'm going to finish this page with you guys, and then I don't know. I guess that'll be it. I'll have to do another video later in the week if you want. You know, I don't know. It's what I'm working on right now. I don't I did start a little bit on some pink textured papers that are going to go with a Volume 2 winter kit. The Shabby Winter Volume 2, which is a little bit more texture, but still some of the same elements laid in and over, is next on my agenda for winter here, since it is still something that is out there. We're not done yet. I debated on making a tiny little mini vintage Christmas book, like pages like smaller than a 5x7 that maybe you could do 2 or 3 up, and you guys could print them out and make them. But I don't know. I think it's a lot of pagination work. But I don't know that. Yeah, no, but don't know if I'm willing to do it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it. I know that's so bad. I'm like, do I really want to? How did I miss that? Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do the pagination of that. So I was like, yeah, okay. So I let dry a little bit more. Someone else made one, and I was like, ooh, I could sort of do that. And I'm like, ugh, I don't know. I can. Do I want to? Don't know. That is the question. Do I want to? I think we'll stick to the, I think I'm going to do the pink Shabby Winter Volume 2. And then I was just going to do a texture. We're going to do a pink and cream textured Parisian kit. Paper-wise, I don't know if there'll be a ephemera or not right now. I know a lot of people are just buying a lot of papers, not so much the ephemera. So I don't know. You guys have to tell me if you still like the idea of all that ephemera that I make. You know, does it help? Do you rather cut it, or would you rather cut your pages out 50 million times? Like, print them 50 million times and cut your own. I do shrink images to fit those boxes, though. Like, it's a lot of work to, if you don't have the right material, to like take a corner of my page and shrink it to fit in this, or to shrink something into, you know, those little journal cards. I mean, that's, you know, that's half a page, or that's a whole page, right? And I shrink it into this little 3 1/4 by, you know, 2 something square. So, you know, my ephemera does take aspects of it and lets, you know, gives you guys the element without having trying to figure out how to shrink it or print up the pages too many times or whatever. So, I think sometimes it's fun to have it, especially if you're going to make a journal or anything. I mean, from a flip-flop to a pocket or whatever. So, you have to let me know. But right now I know for sure there's papers going on, and whether, you know, I'll probably have some ephemera for sure. I don't see a lot of ephemera in most kits these days. I see just a few cards and journal cards and tags, and that's it. So, I don't know. I'm a little different in that aspect, so I'll have to decide. Okay, I'm hoping this is dry enough and I'm not going to have everything stick to it when I'm done. Okay, so I love that. So there's a little plane there, which is fine. You have that there. I feel like I'm missing something. It's always weird when you go back and you look at something. So you have that and that. So it's 3 very decorative pages right here. And then we get pretty plain in the back, which is okay. But we're going to have some lace, I think, hopefully, or something, lace or fabric going all the way across to the back side once I do the front side. So it's going to be an inside, which is a lot of open to write on. And then it's an outside pocket, inside flip, inside pocket, outside pocket. So I'm wondering maybe it would be prettier if this was an outside pocket. Like, so that there's something, because, you know, right off the bat, it's just writing. So you can write on the top, but your pocket's decorated. Then you can write on the back. Something pretty, right on the inside. Pretty. Pocket, right on it. Pocket on the inside, pocket on the inside. Pretty. Pocket face to face, pocket outside. Yeah, okay. That's a little bit better, I think. All right. I know, I feel like it keeps catching. Ooh, come on, dry. But that's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love that. I am so glad I found that the other day and bought it, because that's just that perfect little poinsettia type of red that fits this whole kit. Ah, awesome. Okay, so last thing really quickly, I don't know how we're going to do this. Maybe this will goof it. I didn't want another pocket here, though, actually. Even though it is on the inside, I wanted something that was going to flip down and out. Let me see if I can get into camera. Otherwise, you can't see anything. And of course, I'm going to keep going, and you're not going to see what I mean, you know what I'm going to do, but I'm almost done. Okay, so my thought was to cut this open and flip it out. But then what do I do with it? So do I cut it, attach it, and just like... My thought was, well, do I attach it to the flap, and the whole thing opens up and down, and you can write on it this way. But then is it all going to stay together? And then it needs another paper clip to keep it here. Do we glue it? Saw somebody do something before, so I gotta figure out, do I glue it down this way? And no, because then that sticks there. So it wraps around the outside. Open it. I just feel like it's like no matter what I do, it's really cumbersome. I mean, the tab is great. It's not a bad thing. It does help me do something. So that's there, so you know you have something to open. But how do you keep it up? And even then, we don't want that whole thing. Oh, the whole point is not to cut things, but I'm really tempted to cut this and just leave a tab. But really, it's really just a tab on this side. So here, this is a little tab on the bottom. You can see it. And then if I distress it, then you just write on the inside. But really, I don't know. That really doesn't appeal to me. Not as much as I thought it would. So I thought, well, if I could do it from the side then, I wouldn't need the bottom tab. I remove it. And maybe it's a paper clip. I don't do that there. Leave it here on the end. You just open it and you can keep writing on it. And it's just the one side that's glued down. Which is fine because with that, then I just do a little bit of decorating to blend it in. And you still have writing space up here. You open up, you still have writing space. But we're going to get rid of this pocket. I know the whole point is not to do that. But it's just one more pocket. Unless we leave it, we glue it down, slightly decorate it, and it lets me put one more thing in there. Ay, ay, ay. I was trying to see if I can utilize that piece of paper in a way, but I'm not so sure. I did turn some of these cards into vertical ones too for me because like we have these vertical spaces and it's slightly driving me insane that I don't have a lot of horizontal cards this time around, which is not always normal. Normally I have a little bit of both, but they're all low too, which is funny. Everything covers, but I just put that in there, which then means I have to decorate that up or decorate down the side. I know, it sounds like I don't want to decorate. Can't make me decorate. Yeah, I think like everything is, not that I can't put this one in there, but those blend in. Those would be good for tags. I think those are going to be more tags than they're going to be, because you really can't see them otherwise. These are great to do. Whoopsie, where did the other one go? Keep going. Gotta find the other half, right? Where did the other side go? Oh, it's my middle signature, you dork. No. Yes. No. What did I do? Oh, it is the middle, and I'm like, till you sew these in, oh my gosh, this gets so confusing. So there, you can see that one, and you can see that one, so it's not so bad. So if I do anything there, I have to flip those two around. We don't want the same image side by side. And then on the inside is that same light, airy, whatever. So you can put a piece of paper on here. You can do a flip paper. You can still decorate the inside. So let's leave those there. Just don't know how to do this piece of paper. It is so bland. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm at. There is my dilemma at this point. What to do with the paper. How to utilize one more thing. Now, I could just stick it in here, but this is a flimmy piece of paper, and this is so heavy, I just don't know if it would stay. And I really just wanted something fun. So, after just a little research, figure out how to utilize this. And I think my throat is done. So you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to attempt this. It's a fun little effect. We got a little bit more down. A card. Showed you the music book. We got some layers in to take care of the pages that we do want to still write on. We rearranged pockets. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have a wonderful 1st of November. Day of the Dead. Dia de los Muertos. Remember all your loved ones who are not with us anymore. And I hope that they bring you joy and warmth and love today. As you just an extra moment to think about them all. And we all will just go from there. I will probably do another video. Because, you know, what else am I going to do? Oh, those don't fit if I cut around the edges. That makes it a double pocket. That's a little better. Ooh, maybe on the other side. All right, there you go. See, I'm thinking of things. I just can't. I have to work my way through it. Maybe we'll do that. And that actually fits that side. That is so funny. This side is not as wide. Or the other side's wider. Huh. But that works. And it does make that a double pocket if I wanted to. Cut it here and here. Lets me put two things in here. All right, maybe we'll do that. Okay. I will make it work. We will figure it out. Have all the fun with it. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining me in my chaos and my crafting and getting over my head cold. And I hope you have a wonderful beginning of the month. And we will continue to work on this, work together with Lorette, try to get this done and out of here as fast as I can, so that we can get this out to a lucky person who will enjoy every moment of this beautiful flip-flop, and we can move on to the next project. So we'll talk to you all very soon. Love you all. Thank you so much for liking, loving, commenting, subscribing, and hitting your notifications. It means the world to me. And we'll talk very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.